Hello, my name is Cameron Miguel Robinson. I am from the United States and I studied archaeology. The country that I'm going to talk about is Nepal. A lot of people thought I was from South Africa. Not even joking. I was like, no, I'm from America. They're like, okay, cool. When I first got out of the airport there, I thought that goddamn it was hot. Next thought was, this is about to be the most amazing adventure I've been on in my life. I've never been to a place exactly like Nepal, but I already knew that I liked it. Just like the area, the smell in the air, just like something natural about it, something beautiful that I've never been around before. And I was excited, I was ready to take on the world kind of thing. And while there, like, we learned the Tibetan language, we learned how to write and read in Tibetan. We went on like a 2-week trek through the Himalayas and stayed at a couple of villages, and I mean, it was just amazing. Like, it was cool to be able to be a part of a different culture and just like really put yourself into it. Like, you don't have to worry about, you know, a 9 to 5 or just like, what am I gonna do this weekend? It wasn't about that. It was just living life. Like, every day was a day. It wasn't like, today's Wednesday, I can't wait till Saturday. It wasn't like that. It was just, every day was a day. But there were some things like showering. I think I only showered once or twice a week. And because there was electricity for 8 hours of the day, but it was like separated throughout the day. So the water was always cold. So I would take cold showers every time I took a shower. And at first, I hated it, but then I just started to get used to it. So I was just like, alright, cool, I can make it. I'm surviving. I think my best experience in Nepal was when we were trekking through the Himalayas and we got lost for like 6 hours. And I don't know, it was exciting because like in that moment I was just like, well, this is like the most adventurous I've ever been in my life. And like, we knew that we were gonna find where we had to go, but like, I guess just like not knowing what was going on or what was gonna happen, I was more excited about that than scared. But eventually it was me and 2 other people were walking along, and the one woman that we were with, Div, first saw like the lights of the city that we're walking towards, and there's no electricity, so it was pretty much just like snow's going down the ground and whatnot, and you just like see all these cool like looking old buildings, and they're all lit by candlelight and whatnot. And at that moment we're like, alright, we're free, we finally made it. When we get there, and we see one like very old woman, and she looks at us and starts speaking the native language, and none of us had any idea what to do. So we just like pointed at ourselves and we're like, have you seen anybody else like us? And the woman just pointed, and somehow we found everybody. But that was probably my best experience, or my most enjoyable experience. So it's a cool story to tell people because nobody believes it. 2 truths and a lie. I got lost in the Himalayas. Doesn't nobody believe that? So it's pretty cool. I like it. I think one time I went with my friend. We were in this other country called Bhutan that was next to Nepal. We went on a trip there. And we're walking along, we go to just like this regular pub that's there. It's me, him, and 3 other people in the pub, and that's it. So we're talking to the guy who's a bartender, and all of a sudden my friend looks at me and was like, sir, where can we find marijuana? I was completely caught off guard because I had no idea what was going on at this moment. And everybody in the bar just turned around and stared at us. I was like, am I gonna get beat right now? Guy looks at him and is like, we don't know anything about marijuana in this place, but in the next city over you could probably find some. So we end up leaving there and we're walking down the street, and I'm like, man, why'd you ask? He's like, I'm just looking for weed. Well, eventually we pass by another bar. We go in there thinking everything is fine, and he did it again. And people just responded the same way. So it was just like that kind of situation caught me off guard, and that's probably like one of the funnier things that happened while I was there. When it comes to Tibetan, Krang Kusu Dapuyinpe, which means how are you today? It literally translates, how's your body feeling today? Jelejeong, which is goodbye. Nga Mingla Cameron, my name is Cameron. Nga Arine Yin, I think is I'm from America. There's a couple other ones. I used to know I say I'm a Yeti. Yeah. They're huge on Yetis, by the way. That was pretty cool. I learned a little bit about that too. As soon as I came back for about a month, I pretty much tried to cook like Tibetans, like straight from scratch. So like I try to make my own naan, like the bread that is made there. I guess I like try to learn how to live off of little while also like just being. Also, I guess I relearned how to like be outside, not be inside all the time. Like one of the things in their culture is like you have to be outside. You go talk to everybody. You try to be friendly. Like everybody pretty much knew everybody within like a 10-mile radius, just because everybody's always out there talking and things of that nature. For a little bit, I stayed with Buddhism. I definitely did try to meditate a lot more, go to different Buddhist temples and whatnot when I got back here. I guess try to live a more peaceful life. I'll be honest, I stopped killing bugs because like one of the main things like I learned when I was learning from like a Buddhist Rinpoche there, we had a conversation was pretty much like we started talking about the importance of life, and he's like, so then why do you think it's okay to kill a bug? And I was like, it's a bug. He's like, you're right, but it's a life all the same. It's still alive. And like that might sound like a silly thing, but it's actually realistic. Like it's a life. It's animated. There's something in it. Personally, I'm a spiritual person, so like to me, there's a spirit inside of that thing too. So what gives me the right to kill a bug like that? I won't say the same for rats. I will not say the same for those or cockroaches. I would definitely want to go back there. Do I know when? Absolutely not. But I do want to go back there. There's some unfinished business I have there. For the weirdest question, I think they asked me one time if George Bush really does eat babies, and I said yes. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
Seriously?
No, not at all.